Great team victory, guys. But you look at us, and we started off there on defense. The first drive that they had the ball, they were able to run the ball 9 times, and we weren't able to get off the field. And we got us a turnover. And then late in the game, when you had the game put away, and they were able to get 2 drives where we got to learn how to finish. And when you become a really good football team, those games there, the score gets real ugly. And that didn't happen for us. But it was some really good individual efforts out there tonight. You look at Blake, 3 touchdowns, 305 yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. St. Felix, he has looked the way he looked tonight since spring practice. And even last year when we redshirted him when he's on scout team, he was making those type of catches. And just a big, strong, physical receiver, has big hands, and is able to make the play. And you look at him, he can stretch a vertical, he can get on top of you, or he can make the 5-yard catch and turn it into big yardage. And then we were able to play a lot of our young guys. You've seen Johnny Ford go in. He's not very big, but he's really exciting to watch. And he will only just get better and better. And then look at special teams. Vivinetto was able to connect on 2 field goals. Got to do a better job of protecting because you saw some leakage there in the middle. But Vivinetto was able to get the ball up and hit it and make the hits for us. And then on defense, you look at the turnovers. Jackson was able to get an interception, end up dropping another one. Him and Sawtell collided, and then to see Hampton get the one and get it down the sideline. But sacks, I think Yates had another true freshman had a big sack. Sawtell had a sack. Even Kurt Livingston. Glad to see him come out and play the way he did tonight. But McGee always around the football. Jamon always around the football making plays. Even Bentley Sanders, this was his first start, and really good game for him. But we know this. Next week is going to be a big-time challenge for us. Good to get this one over with. Now we can get on. It's going to be a totally different team. And we know our hands are going to be everything's going to be expected of us next week. And we got to play better. No doubt, because what they do, what Georgia Tech does, the offense that they run, if we don't have the quarterback taken care of, we don't have the running back taken care of, you don't have just the quarterback, the fullback, and the pitch, it's all assignment ball. And they'll be up and down the football field on us if we don't get this straight.
John, can you talk a little bit more about Blake? It was his coming out for a lot of us, first time a lot of us have seen him, and I thought he was pretty good. What did you think? What did you see?
A lot of times when you see the path and the route that he's taken, here you go from a starter at Alabama, and then you transfer to Arizona State and you don't play at all. You kind of sit there and then you wait for 2 coach get released and another coach comes in. And when he made the call to us, I said, yeah, we would love to have you. And so when he came in, the way he performed tonight, he wasn't even here in the spring. So we're talking about fall camp is when we got him. And so he's, 20 practices in the fall camp. And you just see he has the ability because he wouldn't have never been who he was, being the elite quarterback and everything. But, to watch him come out tonight and play well, it's good for his confidence. And it's good for the whole team because now the whole team now they see that quarterback that they've been, you lose a really good one last year. And now you have Blake, totally 2 different players. I mean, he's not Q now. I'm not going to put him. He's not Q, but he can make the throws for us and get us in the right place.
Has he looked that good in his 20 practice?
You know what? I guess when we made the decision to go with Blake, it was based just on consistency, where he had been the most consistent in camp, and you can just some days he didn't always play at the level that you expected him to play, but he played good enough. And so when we made that decision, it was like, hey, let's go with him, and he's probably the one who can go get it done. So everybody in favor, let's go.
Coach, it seemed a lot of offensive diversity, toss sweeps, screens, a lot of different things than we saw from last year. Is it a concerted effort to mix it up more this season?
Well, I think that what happened last year is that, being 2 years into it now, it has really helped. Because you come into it last season, and what we're trying to do, because we were so good on offense last year, so you didn't really want to come in and just just X everything that we'd ever done. So we try to keep a few of those plays and then mix into what we had. But you're looking at just different style of running backs too, because you look at Johnny Ford's a speed guy. Sands can get the ball downhill. Mack can get the ball downhill. Whereas not taking anything away from Deuce and Tice, but they were just two different backs than these guys we saw tonight. So you'll see the ball on the perimeter because we have enough. What we have to do, Joe, we have to take advantage of our speed, and we have enough guys where we can run. So let's get the ball on the perimeter and make people run us down. I mean, if they can catch us, then we're not as fast as we thought we were.
Will we see those other two backs next week, Bell and Cronkite? Will they play?
Yeah, you get them back. Cronkite, he went down at practice the other day and probably could have played tonight, but I need him more next week, and I told him that. And then you get Bell, who's going to be another speed guy. So you'll see Cronkite, who's probably a complete back, who can. He's got, he can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the ball. He can pass protect. Then you got Bell, who's similar to Johnny a lot. Your speed guys, a little bigger than Johnny, but you'll see them, and that's the thing we do. I mean, you look at all those running backs we have. You go Cronkite, you got Bell. You didn't even see those two tonight, but you saw enough of Sands, Mack, Ford, and Small.
Talk about a guy in Randall St. Felix and what he was able to do so well tonight. Was it his route running or was it his speed that he was just able to do well?
But it's just that, Blake made the throws and the guy was able to catch the ball and then just get vertical with it. He just ran past the DB, a couple of times. He just flat out ran him. And that's the thing about St. Felix. He's so, you look at him and you don't really think he can run because he's just such a physical makeup. But I think that, the DB kind of, went up and tried to press him and he beat him at the line of scrimmage. But that's the thing. And he's got big hands. St. Felix is strong. Like, even in practice, when he gets his hands on the ball, he's going to come down with it.
Coach, you talk about closing out games. 7 minutes to go. How hard is it to slow your offense down and take 30, 35 seconds to run off a play?
Well, I wasn't trying to slow him down, really, but it ended up happening like that. But I think that what we did, too, was when we got, I think we made the changes there at quarterback, too. So he's alternating two quarterbacks back and forth. So I don't know if they really got a chance to get into a rhythm because it's all about rhythm. And I don't know if they got that chance. But, just to watch Blake play, and we don't want to slow down. We get a big play, we want to get up there and get the ball moving and just keep moving our offense. Because if we could put pressure on the defense, and you saw some of those guys laying out, we want to keep the pressure on them and try to wear them down.
What did you see from the other two quarterbacks tonight?
Well, I just didn't see enough of them, so it's hard to really say, hey, these guys were like this or that. They just didn't play enough because you alternated them in.
You showed you can piece together a long drive, too. You had the quick scoring drives in the first half. You come out in the second half, I think about 7 minutes, I believe it was 16 plays, and that must have been crazy for you to see.
Yeah, the start of the second half we did. We took the ball. I think I look up at the clock and it's like, God Almighty, we ran all the time off. And because I said to BJ, I said, we been on the defense yet? And he's like, no. I was like, wow. I said, look at the clock back there. But it was just to see us, you're right, to grind it out and to go down. Because a lot of times with this offense, it is a big strike, where you hit a big play, boom, touchdown. And just to just take the clock and just take the time off the clock was really big.
Charlie, do you think Blake has more in the tank? I mean, you said he's only had 20 practices. Will he get better?
Oh, I think he'll get really better. Because the thing, he just really hasn't learned it all yet. Because there's, we go into this game, so we're into a fall camp, so we're going against one another. So it's good on good, offense versus defense. So they're running their offense, we run our defense. And I think that really what helped Blake is that we play so much man coverage that he had to throw the ball into tight windows all the time, and he's always getting pressure from somewhere. And I kept saying to him, listen, in a game, you're not going to get that. They're going to back off. They're going to play you. They'll be backed off. You won't get guys pressing you every snap where you have to make the perfect throw. Or the guy's got to win at line of scrimmage. Eight's got to win at line of scrimmage. Wilcott's got to win. And you could see that happening because I kept saying to our defense, I said to BJ, I said, just back off sometimes. Let's see where he can put the ball, and he could put it there. So I just think that he's going to get – tonight is just the start of how good he probably can become.
Coach, with Wilcox's size and speed, does that give you an extra wide out lining up at tight end?
Well, he's a disadvantage because if you look at a linebacker, they can't handle him. So now when Wilcox get one-on-one, it's going to be a mismatch because he can outrun him. You know, he's able to set it down and catch the ball in front of him. But they look at him anytime we have 11. If I'm playing against us and I see him out there, you're knowing that he's going to get flexed out and that he can catch the ball.
Coach, you mentioned Bentley Sanders before. What does he bring to that defense?
Well, Bentley had a really good camp. What happened? LaPointe goes down with an injury, and then Bentley was at corner, actually at nickel, and we moved him to safety. But it had a really good night tonight. You know, made a bunch of tackles from the safety position. But you know, as a young man, he's really came on and had a really good fall camp for us, spring and fall.
Coach, you mentioned the unique challenges that Georgia Tech's going to bring in here next week. Did you guys work on that at all during fall camp yet, or is it something you're going to just install during this week?
Well, you don't ever like to just, you know, with your opponent, you respect your opponent. You don't want to just take, you know, we may take a few minutes and say, hey, look, some days, hey, let's take a look at this. But, you know, it's going to be very unique for us. And I think the day they beat somebody really bad, Alcorn, I think they beat them really bad. But so it's, you know, a good thing about it. We have them at home next week. And I think our players, they should be excited about it. I mean, here you come with a really good football team coming in here.
Coach, the last handful of drives, we saw it go Brett and then Chris and then Brett and then Chris. Is that kind of how you plan to handle it until someone pulls ahead, or would you like to see a couple of those guys get a few drives consecutively to kind of get into a rhythm?
I don't think that we meant for it to be like that. I think that, you know, here we are with a lot of time. Let's play them both. Let's get them in the game. So, you know, one take a series and then the other one take the next series. So it wasn't like, hey, just, you know, back and forth. But I think what Brett ended up with 3 and Chris ended up with 2 just because of the way we worked it out and actually the way the time ran.
Coach, do you like the new fair catch rule on the kickoff?
Yeah, I mean, if I don't have a good returner, I do. But if he can't get it there, if I'm not blocking anybody, yes, I would love for it. I wouldn't have ball on the 25. I want to sit back here and watch it on the 10 or 15. But we have enough speed back here because we go McCants and D-Lo, and then we come back with you can go Bentley, and then you can come back with Johnny Ford and Horn. So those are some speed guys that you can use back there where we feel like if we get the right blocks that we can get the ball vertical and get it. I hope we get it past the 25. But it's a good rule, though. It really is. All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Mm-hmm.